Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. I forgot it was the playoff game tonight. Almost forgot, but the show must continue. We must continue with the show. Schedule as planned. My voice is still messed up from yesterday after the Bears kicked Green Bay Packers' ass in the Soldier Field last night. Salute to everybody in the building, man. We got some stuff to talk about. You watching both? Yeah, man. Let me know. Keep me updated on what's going on with the game, man. I think it was tied. Right? I think it was tied. It's a tight game, man. A lot of these games is really competitive, man. Let's see. But salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. My voice is kind of messed up, but yeah, man. Ortiz is going out pretty sad, man. You know, we seen this coming. We this is kind of how it goes in boxing. You know, I'm gonna get this stuff set up in a second here once some more people get in the building. You said 6-3 Patriots halftime. Okay, cool. Yeah, keep everybody updated what's going on with the game. Who I got winning that game? I don't know, man. I think the Patriots gonna beat them though. I think the Patriots gonna win. But hey, that Bears game was crazy, bro. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, man. I'm hype. I'm hype as hell for what's to come, man. Hopefully the Chicago Bears can make it to the Super Bowl this year. That'd be nice. I'm not sure if they can win it, but man, can't never count them out, as we can see. But yeah, man. Let's see what we got going on in boxing, man. It's been a lot of little shit going on in boxing. You know, little bit of stuff going on in boxing. You know, Ryan Garcia finally in the gym. You know, Ryan is finally in the gym, just spamming punches. You know, I think the official announcement for this Barrios fight is supposed to be coming up on Monday or something like that. Tomorrow, actually. I think that something like that. I don't know what these dudes is doing, but that's Ryan Garcia. You know, but he finally in the gym though, so make sure you guys hit that like button. Hey, we go cook on Vergil in a second, man. Let's just kind of go over what's been going on in boxing, some of the latest stuff. Let's see this. What's this? Keyshawn. Well, let's see what Keyshawn had to say.
That he got, but my shit is a little bit worse. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So like, I really honestly think like I'm the last person on tank list. You know what I'm saying? And if he send me a contract, honestly, bro, for my honest opinion, bro, I think I will not tank out. He's too small, and I can really punch, and I'm smart, bro. I'm super smart, bro. And I just feel like I'm tank kryptonite. I really do feel that way. I think I will.
Keyshawn Davis, he came out and said that he'll knock Gervonta Davis out. You know, Brian Custard, Last Stand podcast interview. Keyshawn Davis said that he will knock Gervonta Davis out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, that should be a good fight. Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz. Hold on, let's see. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
I feel like I'm the best at 135. I feel like I'm the best at 140. I feel like I'm the best at 147. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I want to go to 147 to prove that. I'm gonna be a small guy at 147. I'm gonna be knocking them guys out the same way I was knocking guys out at 35. The same way I'm about to knock Jermaine out at 140. And 2026, I'm gonna be on that pound for pound list. 2026, y'all gonna be looking at Keyshawn like he's about to take over the game. God willing, I'm going to do that. God gave me the ability to say this, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm 13 though, the entire world know me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the entire world been waiting for me. Every time I go on Twitter, bro, somebody's posting something about me. Like the world been waiting for me to come back. And I genuinely feel like when I knock Jermaine out, bro, I genuinely feel like when I knock Jermaine out January 31st, they're gonna be saying Keyshawn is the next face of boxing.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
When I knock Jermaine out,
All right. So Keyshawn Davis, excuse me, so he's gonna knock out Gervonta Davis and Jermaine Ortiz. So we go see, man. We go see. You know, you got to back a lot of this stuff up. You know, when you do a lot of this talking, you know, there's receipts now. There's digital receipts, and people like us right now, we remember this now. So you got to go in there and look good, dude. You know, you got to go up in there and look good against Jermaine Ortiz. You got to go up in there and stop him now. You know, you got to go up in there and stop him now. What weight is this fight? 140? And he's going to 140 to deal with old boy. Frank Martin is back in the lab again. I wonder what happened with Derek James. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's with Buddy McGirt. So I guess that's just what it is. You know, Frank Martin out here pressing dudes. You know, he pressed. He's pressing some of these dudes. So we go see what's up with Frank Martin in the near future. We'll see what's up with Frank Martin. Oh, yeah, check this video out. Oh, there's sound on this one, but it's probably some stupid music. Boom, kicked him. Yeah. Get your ass up, man. Get up out of my bar, dude. Get up out of here, man. He had dude in pain, bro. That Muay Thai. He ain't playing. Look at him. Look. Whap. Oh. Dude flew all the way back there. Bam. Almost kicked him out the building. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's get to this Vergil Ortiz stuff, man. Let's get to this Vergil. Oscar De La Hoya came out yesterday. And not yesterday, but the day before, actually. And they kind of all over the place. They don't seem like Vergil Ortiz's management and Golden Boy Promotions are on the same page. But this is what Oscar had to say, man.
Look, Vergil can fight 2 or 3 different guys in mega fights. He's got options. Imagine him with Errol Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium or Sebastian Fundora in a mega fight in Vegas. Boots is part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be next. But Eddie, since you're so desperate to make this fight, then let's do this. 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner. Because I'm generous and I'm not moving off those numbers. You're the one who's begging for this fight. So let's go. Look, Vergil can fight.
So Oscar De La Hoya said that Vergil Ortiz could fight whoever he wants. And now that they want this whole 60-40 thing. Right? The narrative, we knew this was coming, right? So these guys said that they 60-40, so in their favor, right? They want the lion's share, right? Okay, so we got some receipts right here. Let's go ahead and put this on the screen right here. Well, let's go ahead and check it out, man. Do these guys deserve the 60% split? Now, mind you, they already ducking the fight. Okay? We ain't even get to that part yet. We ain't get to the fact that they actually ducking the fight. I'm just getting started. But check it out. The IG followers, right? Let's go off the followers on Instagram. For those who may be driving or doing something else right now, I'll go over it for you so you don't have to look at the screen. Instagram followers for Jaron Boots Ennis, 530,000 followers on IG to Vergil Ortiz's 235,000 for Vergil Ortiz. Jaron Ennis has 2.2 times more followers than Ortiz, right? Then we go to Twitter. The X, right? X, formerly known as Twitter. Jaron Ennis has 112,000 followers. Vergil has 56,000 followers, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, 56,000 followers. But no, 56,600 followers. Ennis has 2 times more followers, stronger social media fan base. So when we talk in social media, Boots Ennis has more clout on social media than Vergil Ortiz Jr., right? They can't pull that one. And then we got highest reported attendance right? Now, mind you, both guys ain't mega super blockbuster pay-per-view draws, right? Okay, but the highest reported attendance for Boots Ennis is David Averizian. Wow, right? David Averizian. Avocado. They was calling him Avocado. But look, he got 14,119 people in attendance for that fight, right? Vergil Ortiz highest gate against Michael McKinnison was 6,315. Ennis consistently draws larger live crowds. All right, hit that like button, man. And salute to my boy Marquise Monroe for this, man. Okay, now YouTube has, excuse me, my voice is still cracking from yelling yesterday. YouTube hashtag usage. Now, this is something that I'll be telling you guys. Put in that hashtag and then you see who really jumping on social media, right? Jaron Ennis, you put in that hashtag Jaron Ennis. He got 16K videos plus 1,600 channels, right? To Vergil Ortiz, when you put in hashtag Vergil Ortiz, it's 6,200 with only 926 channels. Ennis has more content featuring him, wider online footprint, right? And then look, belts, okay? Belts. Jaron Ennis has 2 belts. What was it? The IBF and the WBA, right? So he was the ring lineal champion at 147 before he moved up. But when we talking sanctioned bodies, he had the 2 belts, right? And we look at Vergil, he had no belts, no official titles. Now, when you see him with them belts, those are the interim titles, right? They like to flex the interims. Ennis has achieved championship status. Ortiz hasn't yet. Come on, man. These are receipts. And then, all right, if you want to go to the promotional company side of things, promoter and estimated net worth. Matchroom Boxing has a net worth of $850 million US, while Golden Boy Promotions has $450 million. Matchroom is larger financially, giving Ennis stronger promotional backing. So who deserves the higher split based off these facts, based off these stats? Who deserves the bigger split? Since we want to play politics in boxing now, since Oscar De La Hoya went there, since he went there, who deserves the higher split? Since we want to play splitty games, because when I seen Eddie Hearn talking about it, he said, man, we want to do the 50-50. Initially, they wanted to do what, 55-45 or something like that, and the winner gets the extra 5%. You know, they doing all this funny stuff. Eddie said, man, let's just do the 50-50, bro. Let's just do 50-50. But now they playing these politic games. They're playing these politic games. Hold up. They're playing these politic games with boxing. Now, what's this? Let's see what else he had to say. What's this one? All right, let's see.
Three different guys in mega fights. He's got options. Imagine him with Errol Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, or Sebastian Fundora in a mega fight in Vegas. Boots is part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be next. But Eddie, since you're so desperate to make this fight, then let's do this. 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner. Because I'm generous and I'm not moving off those numbers. You're the one who's begging for this fight.
See, now they begging, right?
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy New Year, man. I've been busy this week finalizing the Ryan Garcia-Barrios fight, and details will be announced on Monday. I'm really excited to be working with PBC and Al Heyman. Look, we have a lot of great matchups to be made as the U.S. top promoters, so I'm looking to keep the fights here in the U.S. In the meantime, Eddie Hearn is begging the media for this Boots and Vergil Ortiz fight. It's so stupid as a promoter to pigeonhole your fighter into one opponent. You lose your negotiating power, which ends up being a lot of lost money for your fighter. Also, every time a manager tries to be a hero and negotiate behind the promoter's back, they lose money for the fighter. And at the same time, violate the Muhammad Ali Act. And you know what? I'm going to start sending legal letters enforcing this because I'm fucking...
Hey, what does that sound like, man? That don't sound like nobody that wants to fight. This is what the management had to say. Rick Merrigan, he says, make no mistake, Vergil Ortiz stands ready to fight Boots Ennis before anyone. He said yes twice prior, yes this time. But any offer less than the 2 times he said yes to just means the powers that be don't want to fight. Ignorance is bliss. You can also underprice a fight, also if you don't want it. All right, so I'm really just I'm about to just throw up, to be honest. I'm just tired of these dudes. You know, neither guy is really a big star, but if I was to be honest, brutally honest, Golden Boy and them don't want to fight, bro. And Vergil Ortiz is damn near on borrowed time. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat. He says, Bushido Boxer T, attorney, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, bro. Vergil Ortiz and these guys, you know, they're going to stall it out. I mean, I already kind of told you guys this is what was going to happen. We were just waiting to see what their next move was going to be. And yeah, sure enough, they don't want no smoke. So Jaron Boots Ennis really should move on. But guess what? Once he moves on, the narrative will be, well, Jaron Ennis never wanted to fight. We tried to make the fight 3 times. And, you know, we was in negotiations and, you know, he just never wanted to fight. You know, this is what the narrative is going to be, you know. So, damn if he do, damn if he don't. But I'll tell you one thing, Vergil Ortiz and his team don't want to fight. They don't want to fight at all. They're being a bunch of cowards, really. You know, they had the little face off and all that. They're going to stretch this thing out like they did with Errol Spence. You know, they're going to stretch this thing out for as long as they can. And then it's probably going to be another 2-year, 3-year long negotiation situation to where we dealing with Boots Ennis, trying to get Vergil Ortiz in the ring, you know. Dela Hoya, for lack of better words, pretty much said, why don't you go do something else? Why do you try to hang up on one fighter? Why do you put your fighter's career on one fighter? Come on, man. We know what that sounds like, man. We know what that sounds like, man.
This nigga's scared.
Come on, man. Scared as hell, bro. Scared as hell, man. It's unfortunate, though, right? There's not like a big Vergil fan base to come in there and defend this, right? But we got to leave the receipts out there. And we got to also lay the facts out there. The fact is, Jaron Boots Ennis is the bigger star in every way. He's the more accomplished fighter. Even though Vergil may have some of the more popular names, Jaron Boots Ennis is the more accomplished dude. He has the more juice. He has the more clout. I mean, we got the receipts to prove it. For those who doubt. You know what I'm saying? We got the receipts on the screen. Hold on, let me move that out of the way. We got the receipts on the screen. You know. Dela Hoya and his team don't want to fight, bro. Jaron Boots Ennis is better than Vergil in every way. So not only in the ring, in my opinion, but outside the ring as well, as far as just generating, as far as followers. He even had the higher gate than Boots, and he's from Big Texas. He even had the higher gate than Boots. Boots drew higher with he put more asses in seats against David Averizian than Vergil Ortiz against Michael McKinnison. These are just facts. These are just facts, man. They ran away from the negotiation table, bro. They ran away from the negotiation table. Hit that like button for your boy, man. If you're catching the replay, hit the like button. I forgot it was the damn playoffs football game tonight. These dudes don't want to smoke with Boots, man. So Boots Ennis, he gonna have to do something else. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to do something else because Vergil is not about to give him that fight, bro. Team Vergil is not about to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. You said, yeah, he down to his last fighter, bro. You know, Vergil Ortiz is his last real fighter. So of course they're gonna play this game. Of course they're gonna play this game, bro. That's his last fighter. If you're looking at it from a business aspect, it wouldn't be wise for them to put Vergil because they don't believe Vergil could really win that fight. So it wouldn't even be smart for business, especially right now with Golden Boy kind of like in last place. It wouldn't even really be smart for them to put him in there with him right now. But y'all ducking though. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Hollow Ninja for another super chat. He says Vergil by resume does deserve more, but all those extra conditions are unnecessary. Vergil still hasn't been a world champion, man. Just do 55-45 for real. His resume ain't really that strong. He ain't touched the world title. You fighting all these guys for fucking what? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be fighting for your path to a world championship. You fighting all these fucking dudes for what? Come on, man. We put the numbers up here. He ain't even did nothing better than Boots did. Nothing. 50-50 is really Boots and them just being fair and just to get his ass in the ring. They only playing this 50-50 game because they really have no fucking leverage, bro. And I'm not saying that towards you, Hollow Ninja. I'm just saying in general. They have no leverage. Only reason why they got leverage is because Boots wants that fight with him. That's the only leverage they got. But if Boots Ennis decides to go ahead and collect all the other belts, then what y'all gonna do? Oh, well, we're going to go up to 160. That's what's about to happen. If Boots Ennis isn't able to get this dude in the ring, and if he beats the rest of the guys at 154, which shouldn't be easy to do, but if he does do it, they likely will bounce up to 160 pounds. They go try to get Errol Spence in the ring, but I don't think Errol Spence will lay down like that. Because Errol Spence came out the other day, said they mentioned in my name or something like that. Right? Errol Spence came out. He heard everybody talking about him. You know, Errol Spence is like fodder now. So, you know, they trying to use his name to kind of get him back in the ring for clout. But, you know, this is what Errol had to say. He says, when I see you guys who wouldn't utter my name before my last fight mentioning me. What? Yeah, so this is Errol Spence, man. He in shape, but he don't look like he's in fighter mode. Hold up, my bad. I got this on the screen. Yeah, he's in shape, but he don't look like he's in fighter mode. You know what I'm saying? But Vergil resume isn't that much, like, his resume isn't that much greater, bro. I mean, it's better. He got some of the more popular names on there, but he ain't even touched on world title, bro. So what was the purpose of fighting those guys if you ain't trying to fight a world champion? You know what I'm saying? This is what the Big Fish had to say. I don't know. Vergil just don't want to fight, man. And Oscar now came out and said, well, they see how bad Boots and them want to fight. So they're going to play into that and say, well, if you really want it, you'll take the 60-40. Guess what? Boots and them really should take the 40 then. Let's just take the 40 then. Call they bluff. They bluffing anyway. Call it. Take the 40. Kick his ass. Use that as fuel to really kick his ass because they playing games. It really should be a 50-50 fight if we want to be fair. But if we really want to be if we want to be honest, Jaron Boots Ennis deserves the lion's share. He's the former champion. Period. Point blank, period. He's a former champ, so he should get the lion's share. But to be fair, we'll give him the 50-50. But now they want 60-40. Why? Because Boots Ennis wants to fight a lot more. And they figure they can just go do something else. Fight Fundora. I thought Keith Thurman was supposed to fight Fundora. You know what I'm saying? I thought Keith Thurman was supposed to fight Fundora. I mean, so like what's really going on? They don't want the fight, man. They don't want the fight. Yeah, sometimes you just got to fight. That's why I said just take the 40%, bro. Just take the 40%. Don't even, waste time negotiating. Just take the 40, Because no matter what you do, no matter what he do, even if Boots get a belt in a weight class, they go find something else. These are a group of guys that don't want to fight. We never heard Robert Garcia stuttering and, Oscar De La Hoya sounding so cowardly. It's because Vergil can't really beat dude for real. He can't beat him, and they don't think he can. And it'll be bad for business if Boots were to beat him. It'd be bad for Golden Boy's bottom line. It'll be bad for him. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now, man. That's what's going on with Jaron Ennis in this Vergil Ortiz situation. These dudes just don't want to fight. But Boots Ennis is literally better in almost every way. As far as popularity, followers, everything. He's in every way. The only leverage they really have is the fact that Boots Ennis wants to fight. And they could kind of play into that. That's the only leverage they got. Everything else is just trying to manipulate the public. I know it's surprising, right? They would have liked the narrative to have been Boots Ennis is ducking Vergil Ortiz and, but that's unfortunately, that's not what's happening. That's not what we're hearing when we hear the people who's supposed to be making the fight happen. That's not what we're hearing. He could do whatever he wants and, make no mistake, Vergil's ready to fight Boots. No, you're not, bro. No, you're not, man. Told him stop begging, right? When they get real scared, when the walls close in, that's what they say. Stuff like stop begging. He's desperate. He don't want to fight. We've heard all of this stuff before, y'all. We've heard all this stuff before. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of whack, man. He said, didn't Vergil say he wanted to fight Crawford? No, he didn't want to fight Bud either, man. You saw what happened. He didn't want to fight. Now, they'll fight Spence, okay? They'll fight Errol Spence. Why? Because Errol Spence ain't been in the ring in a while. Almost damn near 3 years. And the last time we saw him, well, he got beat up by Bud Crawford. So he'll be coming off a KO loss, 3 layoff. Yeah, we want to beat him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to catch him on his. We ain't going to let him get his feet back up under him. Nah, we want to beat him up while he, you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence shouldn't even entertain that bullshit. Errol Spence shouldn't even entertain that. If he did, it'll be almost like selling out, cashing out. You said Vergil is their Canelo now? Yeah, he is. But guess what? He's not a Canelo. Because Canelo was the guaranteed super A side almost over everybody he fought. He was the super A side over everybody, Canelo. It's not even, Vergil Ortiz is not even close to what Canelo. You put in hashtag Canelo, it's like 100-some thousand. It's not even close, bro. You put in hashtag Vergil, it's only 6,000. You put in hashtag Boots, it's 16,000. You know what I'm saying? Boots Ennis is, come on. 50-50 is just to make the fight, just to be fair. But now, oh, well, we want 60-40. For what? Why? Why do you want 60? What did you do to get 60? Like, what did you really do to get 60? What world champions did you beat to get the 60? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What are we talking about? What world champions did you beat to get the 60, bro? Errol probably could still fight. That's why I said he shouldn't just sell out to these dudes. They trying to mention Errol's name to get Errol back in the ring, but Errol should just go ahead and do what he got to do. Because to be honest, he looked like he's in really good fucking shape. Errol Spence looked like he's in really good shape. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's doing, but he definitely looked like he's in really good shape. Even still, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to catch Spence slipping. So if they was to get an Errol Spence in the ring, or even a Fundora, who's actually supposed to fight Keith Thurman, but if they was to get an Errol Spence in the ring, then they feel like they have more control over negotiations against Jaron Ennis. Right now, they truly don't have it, but they go flex on it. They go flex on it like they do got it. So, Boots Ennis, I think the next move for Team Ennis, and if Bosie's listening, because Bosie listens, I think y'all should consider taking the 40, bro. Because these dudes go play around. Yeah, they go play around. And they go try to control the narrative. They go try to make it look like Boots Ennis and them don't want to fight, but we know who don't want to fight, man. We know who don't want to fight. You said, why wouldn't they make the fight happen? I don't know, man. Oscar De La Hoya don't want it, bro. Oscar De La Hoya said, nah. So basically, salute to Kanu U7N for the super chat. He says, Boots Ennis is my favorite fighter. I don't know if Boots go get this fight, man. I don't know if Boots go get this fight with Golden Boy and them. They They playing hardball. So I think Eddie Hearn and them got a choice to make. You know, either they move on from this and revisit it later. Wait for the Kelly Bakaram winner, because that fight's supposed to be happening later on this month. He said that he wanted Boots to come back in March, the latest April. So they may end up moving on, doing something else. Oscar said, well, this fight doesn't have to happen next. So in other words, they want to stretch this thing out for as long as they can. I think time will be on Boots Ennis' side. Vergil Ortiz takes a lot of damage in fights. Yeah. So I don't know, man. That's the latest news, bro. I mean, the receipts are there. The receipts is right here. The facts, should I say? Right? The facts. Boots Ennis is the better fighter in every way. You put him in the ring, and you know, we didn't even get to that part. Boots Ennis Vergil's tailor-made for Boots, in my opinion. He's tailor-made for him. I think Boots Ennis is gonna just style and profile on Vergil, and they know this. They know this. That's the tailor-made style for Jaron Ennis. And Ennis is gonna really show up on dude, and they don't want it to happen. But if they want to manipulate and lie to the public and try to tell everybody that Vergil's some big draw and he's some mega star and he done this, that's a fucking lie. We got the facts right here on the screen. As of 2026, January 11th, 2026, these are the facts. Jaron Ennis has the more followers on social media. He has the highest reported attendance for putting asses in seats. He has the most YouTube hashtag usage, meaning he has the more videos on YouTube and more channels talking about him. Or more, should I say, more channels catered towards him. He has had more belts. And his company actually is worth more than Golden Boy Promotions, Matchroom Boxing. So if that means anything. These are the facts. So if Boots don't get Vergil, I say go ahead and fight Bakaram, because Bakaram, he likely will beat Josh Kelly. I'd be surprised if Kelly beats Bakaram, to be honest. I'd be surprised if Josh Kelly gets past that fight. I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. But if he does, I say Boots go ahead and fight Bakaram. That might scare dudes away even more, though. If Boots beats Bakaram, Bakaram would be probably one of the toughest fights he could have at the weight class, honestly. We gotta check Bakaram out a little bit more, right? We gotta see these guys against multiple styles. You know what I'm saying? Before we start putting stamps on these dudes. But Bakaram looks very dangerous thus far. And I think that if he runs through Kelly, that'll say something, because Kelly has a good slick boxing style. If he runs through him, then that'd be interesting. That'd be a dangerous fight for Boots. But if Boots were to get past him, he may scare everybody away even more. If Boots goes in there and really looks good against a guy like Bakaram, that may make things a little worse. Because you see these guys now, they don't really want to deal with Boots, bro. They don't want to deal with him. I know some of you guys may still feel some type of way about Boots, but one thing we do over here, we keep it 1,000. We talk the facts, bro. And the facts remain that Vergil Ortiz and his team do not want no smoke with this kid. They don't want no smoke with him. You know what I'm saying? Boots told them to stay by their phone. You know, they lost their pen. You know what I'm saying? They lost their pen. All types of stuff. You know, they bringing up moot points, irrelevant arguments, you know, stuff that don't really mean nothing. They're bringing up stuff that don't mean nothing.
Which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T.
AT&T. There you go, at the Cowboy Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it. But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it respectfully. I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy. Yeah.
Vergil Ortiz is not a bad guy either. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice kid, man. Nice dude. Seemed like a really good guy. But right now he's ducking smoke. You know? You could be a nice guy and all that, but and still be ducking smoke. Two things could be right at once. Two things could be right at once.
And I hear that Boots is coming to the fight with Eddie Hearn and this and that. My worry is that if they're going to see Vergil in person, they're not going to want to fight him. So, you know, maybe you should just stay home and watch it from home because Vergil Ortiz in person is a dangerous man.
Oh, man, that sounds like almost like a joke. Like, oh, man. Oh, man, it begins, y'all. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the Boots Ortiz saga. It's the beginning, y'all. It's probably going to be about a good 2-year long negotiation, back and forth thing. I don't think this fight's going to happen right away. It'll be just Oscar Dela Hoya is just not going to do it. I'm not sure if Matchroom and Eddie, Team Ennis, is willing to take the 40 because really it's disrespectful, to be honest. It's really disrespectful because Boots Ennis is better in every way. But they don't want the fight. They don't want the fight, man. They'll rather get up in there with Fundora and risk losing to him than getting there with Jaron Boots Ennis. They'll rather risk losing to Fundora because Fundora can very well go up in there and beat the shit out of Vergil. You know, Fundora's he's 50-50 against anybody, in my opinion. But he can go up in there and lose against a Fundora. He can go up in there and lose against an Errol Spence. But I guess that's the risk they're willing to take to stay away from Jaron Boots Ennis. I guess they got to stay away from him. Boots Ennis, we've seen this before with Crawford, y'all. Yeah, we've seen this before with Crawford. Now we go see it with Boots too. Yep. Now it's Boots' turn. Everybody has their turn, man. We gonna see if Boots Ennis can get through this shit though, because it's gonna be a hard time, man. He can't get Vergil in the ring. He gonna have to fight guys like Bakaram and them. Guys without a big name, but probably really tough. He gonna have to fight some of these dudes. Oh, well, Boots ain't fought nobody. It's gonna be all of that. It's gonna be all of that. We've been down that road before, man. We've been down that road before, man. Yeah, Boots. Hey, if Shakur beats T.O. and makes it look easy, yeah, Shakur's gonna have a hard time. I mean, he had a hard time now, but and I'm surprised that T.O. took that fight. But if Boots and Shakur just keep winning, they gonna have a hard time getting dudes in the ring with them. They got to start showing a lot of vulnerabilities or taking crazy risks and shit like that. Yeah. If Shakur runs through T.O., makes it look easy because T.O.'s looking really good, man. Matter of fact, let me see what T.O. doing. T.O.'s looking really good. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's looking really sharp. That fight should be really good, man. That fight should be really good. Teofimo actually looks pretty good in camp. He ain't been doing too much talking and playing this time either, if you didn't notice. Normally, T.O. does a lot of playing and shit. He ain't been doing too much playing this time, y'all. He's always in shape, but Teofimo definitely looks he looks sharp. He ain't moving his feet much, but You know, he's never really been known for his super fast feet. Despite him being pretty athletic. He looks good, though. He looks pretty good going into this fight with Shakur Stevenson. So it should be good, man. It should be really good. But if Shakur gets past him, if Shakur gets past, if he gets past him, Shakur's gonna have a hard time getting fights. He got to fight guys like Conor Benn. You know, move up and wait and fight dudes like Conor. Yep. So that's Shakur, what he's doing in camp. Yeah, both guys look like they ready, really, honestly. So that's the next big fight we got coming up. Teofimo, Shakur. Can't wait to see it. Really, really good stylistic matchup. You say you see through the fake shit? Who being fake, Easy? Who being fake, Easy? Look, who said this? Is he going to sign and fight Ennis? The winner, we got a lot of fights coming up this month, you guys. My voice is still fucked up. We got a lot of fights coming up, dude. You know what I'm saying? This fight should be good, too, so be sure to be on the lookout for this one. Is it on the screen? Yeah. Be on the lookout for this one. This should be pretty interesting. We got to watch this because this is an important fight for the division and for boxing to determine who's going to be next. Pretty much like to fight Boots or Vergil. I don't think Vergil and them going to fight Bachram. Remember what Golden Boy came out and said? Bachram's too tough. He's way too tough and all that. I mean, come on, man. We see what these guys are doing. They're going to start protecting Vergil. They're going to start protecting him. Vergil himself probably really would fight. If it was up to Vergil himself, he'll probably fight because he's a fighter. And, you know, but he got a lot of people that's controlling shit. A lot of people like Robert Garcia, his manager, his father, who don't seem as confident as he probably would like them to be in him in facing Jaron Boots Ennis. But he will probably fight him if push came to shove because he's a fighter. But another part of him is like, nah, everybody don't think I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. Let me just see what happens. Let me just wait it out. You gonna wait a guy like Boots out? I don't think Boots gonna be slowing down anytime soon, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see it. He's a gym rat. He's always in the shape. He's always in the gym. You know, like I told you guys, there's a lot of similarities with Crawford and Boots. You think you go wait around and wait Boots out? Okay. And then let's say you wait him out. You go through the gauntlet of all these fighters. You get through them, but you ain't getting through these fights unscathed like Erickson Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Because the rest of these guys, I think they're a little bit more sturdy than Lubin. So you're gonna have to go through the gauntlet, and then by the time you get through the gauntlet, and you fight Boots. What's gonna be left of you, bro? Because it's not like Vergil going in. The Lubin fight was a good one. He got through it without taking any damage. But in a lot of Vergil's fights, he'd be taking damage and shit. Yeah, there's some similarities, bro. There's some similarities with Boots and Bud. It is. There's some similarities. Both gym rats. Switch header, same management. Both is avoided fighters. Both is pretty quiet dudes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of similarities with Bud and Boots, bro. You ain't got like Jaron Ennis and none of that shit, but there's a lot of similarities between the two guys. A lot of similarities. You say, how you gonna wait out a 28-year-old? You can't. They're like the same age. He ain't gonna be able to wait them out. So we gonna see what happens, man. I don't think these guys are gonna take the fight. I don't think the fight's gonna happen. And Boots Ennis is gonna have to wait for the winner of this fight. Go fight somebody else in the meantime. Receive some criticism because people gonna be bashing his opponents. Because Eddie Hearn go find somebody in the lab or something, and he will have to deal with that for a little while. And probably by the time he do get the fight with Vergil, they gonna be talking 70-30. You know, we know how this goes, man. These dudes don't really want to deal with him. You know, Boots got in the ring and did all that stuff, and it was really good for build-up, but definitely not good for business. Not for Golden Boy, anyway. Yeah, he just moved to 54, too. You know what I'm saying? He just moved to 54, so you said that face-off showed you all you need to see. That's right. Yeah. Go ahead and check out I forgot everybody watching football right now, bro. So if you're catching the replay, make sure you hit that like button for your boy. Forgot all about it, man. Actually, who winning that football game? Let me see who winning. Who is winning? The Patriots, 9-3 in the fourth with 14 minutes left. Just start the fourth. You said Boots did that for nothing. Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. You said a good question. Who's the real boogeyman, Bakram or Boots? I say Bakram because he's been there. But man, I'll be lying to you if I say I wasn't surprised when I heard Erickson Lubin say all that about Boots, bro. Oh, he gonna have to put some money on the table or bring something. Like he was talking crazy, bro. Like damn. You know what I'm saying? I think the only dude that's willing to really hop in there with Boots like that is Bakram. I think that would be the only guy. Just ready and just is willing to do it right away. Is Bakram. So I'm expecting Boots to fight Bakram in 2026, to be honest. Get that IBF belt, get some leverage in the division. Eddie Hearn's next mission is really this is a matchroom type fight, right? So Eddie Hearn has some leverage. He needs to get these belts towards Boots Ennis. So that's the goal. The Kelly Muratev winner will likely be facing Boots sometime in 2026. I know that Xander Zayas is supposed to be fighting this month against Baru for the WBA, I believe. I think they're going to be unifying those belts. And yeah, we got a lot of boxing coming up, man. A lot of shit going to be shaking and moving this month, and then we're going to see how this year get a gauge of how this year could possibly play out. But I do expect Boots Ennis to fight Bakram this year. He's pretty much going to have to. And then that fight will tell us a lot about Jaron Boots Ennis as well. But of course, Bakram has to get past Josh Kelly. So we got to see how Bakram even looks in that fight against Kelly. And then we go from there. But yeah, that should be all this should be pretty interesting, man. We got some good shit coming up in boxing. We just have to wait a little minute for it. But we still haven't heard word on Fundora and Keith Thurman. Haven't heard no word on that. Or as to if that fight's going to be redone or nothing like that. Hey, you said if Kelly wins, Ortiz will send but you best believe it. I think Kelly's a matchroom fighter though. But Ortiz will definitely want to fight with him quick. But if Bakram wins, nah, man, they already told us he was too tough. You said if Wilder fight doesn't go through, I hope Khabib. I don't think Usyk wants to fight Khabib, bro. To be honest, I don't think Usyk wants to fight any of those younger up-and-coming heavyweights. I don't think he wants to fight any of them. I think Usyk wants to fight the older guys that was with him. I think that's what he wants to do. I don't think Usyk wants to fight any of those younger dudes, Khabib or Moses Atuma. Even though Moses didn't really want a title shot right now, I don't think Usyk didn't want to fight him. And I don't think Usyk wants to fight Fabio Wardley either. Usyk kind of wants to go out how he wants to go out. You said, who do I get, Xander or Baru? I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about Baru. And I still feel like Xander isn't like a world champion level fighter yet, in my opinion. He just got the belt. I don't think he's a champion caliber fighter. I see. We go see how he looks. I never seen Baru, bro. So it's hard for me to say. Yeah, Usyk versus Wilder is the money move. It is. Actually, you're right. I forgot about that. That's the money move. If Usyk want to make a little bit of money on the way out, fight Wilder. Aging, past prime Deontay Wilder. What's up, Jessica? I see you in the building. Vergil gonna stay with Golden Boy, man. They gonna stay with him, bro. Because Vergil's dad don't even want the fight either. It's not just Golden Boy that's stalling this thing out. It's everybody on that side, bro. His dad don't want it. His management don't want it. His trainer don't want it. Golden Boy is kind of like, we kind of want it, but we really don't want it. So only people that really want this fight is Matchroom and Jaron Boots Ennis, man. Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and Jaron Boots Ennis. Because like I told you guys, what I heard from behind the scenes, that Boots Ennis wants this fight really, 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 really fucking bad. Like, really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really, really, really wants this fight. More than what we think. You know what I'm saying? And Golden Boy knows this. And they're going to play into it. And that's the only leverage that they got. But yeah, man. That's the video, man. Here's the receipts. I doubt this changes anytime soon. But as of January 11th, 2026, this is where these dudes stand. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I guess, numbers, accolades, stats, attendance, followers. Neither guy's a pay-per-view draw. Neither guy's proven to be a pay-per-view star. Really, if you just want to be fair to both fighters, just make it 50-50 and let's get this show on the road. But we know that is not the case. But salute to everybody in the building. Much love to all you guys for stopping in. I'm going to be going live a lot more. We back on, right? We back on. But yeah, man. Vergil Ortiz and them, man, they don't want the fight, bro. They just don't want the fight. I think Jaron Boots Ennis has his number. I think Boots Ennis, just has his number, bro. And I think Team Golden Boy knows it. But yeah, man, salute to everybody in the building. Much love to all you guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. Catch you guys on the next one. Love you, ma. Peace out.
Let's get it about love.